Number 12. Arlindo Mazuk. Arlindo Mazuk posts photos of himself on social media often, walking next to someone who is incredibly smaller than him. While he does work out a great deal, many people believe that he uses Photoshop to make himself look almost giant-like in his photos. Number 11. Aziz Shavershian. Aziz Shavershian was born in Russia in 1989. He was an Australian bodybuilder who soon became an internet celebrity. He worked as a personal trainer, model, and part-time as a stripper. He became famous on YouTube when he started posting photos of himself in 1997. In July 2011, his older brother Saeed was arrested for illegal possession of anabolic steroids. On August 5, 2011, he was vacationing in Thailand and he suffered a major heart attack. He died at the age of 22. Number 10. Michael Matarazzo. Michael Matarazzo was born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1965. He started as a boxer in Boston, which is where he won his first bodybuilding competition, the Gold's Gym Classic, in 1989. After his first win, he moved to Venice, California, where he competed in the Mr. Olympia contest. Unfortunately, he had to retire from bodybuilding because he had to have open-heart surgery. He suffered from a heart attack in 2007. In 2014, he tragically passed away while waiting for a heart transplant. Number 9. Mustafa Ismail. Mustafa Ismail is a bodybuilder best known for the size of his biceps, which are an astounding 31 inches. Many people have accused him of using steroids or some other type of banned substance. He has stated that he fills up on protein by eating 3 pounds of chicken, 1 pound of steak or fish, and 3 liters of protein shakes each day. He sticks to a very strict diet and works out constantly. Due to the size of his biceps and his dedication, he certainly earned his place as one of the 12 men who took bodybuilding to the extreme. Number 8. Dan Puckett. Dan Puckett was a 22-year-old bodybuilder. He was the winner of the 2006 National Teenage and Collegiate Championship Heavyweight Division. In November 2007, his roommate saw him at 1 p.m. in their apartment. According to his roommate, Puckett had just come home from the gym and was complaining of a muscle injury. The roommate left the apartment and returned at 7 p.m. the next day. He called Puckett on the phone and couldn't get an answer. When he called around to friends and nobody had heard from him, he pushed his way into the locked bathroom door to see if he was in there. He found him dead on the floor. There were no signs of trauma and an autopsy had to be done. Many rumors started immediately after his death, saying that Daniel was using illegal narcotics or steroids. After an autopsy, they found that there were no signs of drug use. Number 7. Greg Valentino. Greg Valentino is known as one of the most hated people in the bodybuilding world. If you look at comments online, you'll see that people call him a laughingstock. They say he's giving bodybuilding a bad name and he's destroying his body with synthol. He has admitted to using steroids in the past, however he claims that he does not use them anymore. He was arrested for having and using steroids and he went to jail. While incarcerated, he was not allowed to lift weights at all. After jail, he was placed in a rehab program, even though he says he has never used recreational drugs. He also stated that he is drug-tested each week, therefore he cannot be using steroids, yet his arms are still alarmingly large. There are 2 sides to every story, and only Greg knows the truth. Number 6. Andreas Munzer. Andreas Munzer was born in Australia in 1964. After admiring fellow Australian bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger, he wanted to be like him and he hoped to meet him one day. To achieve his goal, he began using a variety of ergogenic aids. He also began taking large amounts of potassium-sparing diuretics. In 1996, he finally met his hero at the Arnold Classic competition. After months of complaining of stomach pains, he went to the hospital on the morning of March 12, 1996. At 7 p.m. that same evening, the doctors had to operate to stop the bleeding in his stomach. Soon after, his liver and kidneys failed. He died on the morning of March 14th. According to his autopsy, he died of dystrophic multiple organ failure due to the drugs that he was putting into his body to bulk up so quickly. Number 5. Saeed Turan. Saeed Turan has a very amazing body. The size of his biceps, chest, and even his calves are absolutely amazing. However, many people believe that the photos that he posts are photoshopped. While he does have an impressive physique, the only way that his photo could be real is if he were in a fantasy or a science fiction movie. Number 4. Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman is a retired bodybuilder who won the Mr. Olympia title 8 years in a row. For 10 years straight, he continued to win competition after competition. In December 2011, he underwent spinal surgery, which was necessary due to the amount of pressure he was putting on his body. At the height of his career, he was 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed 300 pounds, and only 2.8% body fat. He had a 60-inch chest, a 36-inch waist, 24-inch arms, 20-inch forearms, 36-inch thighs, and 22-inch calves. He has been regarded several times as the greatest bodybuilder of all time. Number 3. Johnny O. Jackson. Johnny O. Jackson was born in New Jersey in 1971. He entered his first competition in 2001, which was the National Physique Committee. He won the NPC USA title. He kept on entering bodybuilding competitions and then powerlifting competitions. Many people say that he is considered to have one of the best developed upper bodies in professional bodybuilding in the entire world. He's also often referred to as the world's strongest bodybuilder. Since 1998, he has placed on over 50 bodybuilding and powerlifting titles. According to Jackson, it took thousands of hours at the gym to get him where he is today. Number 2. Marcus Rule. Marcus Rule is an IFBB professional bodybuilder. When he was 18 years old, he hurt his knee playing soccer. He weighed just 120 pounds. The doctors recommended he start training after his accident, and he started working out 6 days a week in the gym. After 5 years of this grueling schedule, he started competing on a professional level. During the 10 years of his professional career, he placed in over 20 competitions. He also starred in 4 training videos. He is best known for having some of the biggest shoulders in bodybuilding history. Number 1. Arlindo de Souza. Arlindo de Souza is a Brazilian bodybuilder who is killing himself to achieve huge muscles. He's risking serious infection by what he's doing, and he already lost one friend who is doing this with him. He injects a lethal cocktail of oil and alcohol to grow fake biceps. When he injects the filler, it causes his muscles to have a swollen appearance. Many men in Brazil are doing this, and some have died, and others have had their arms amputated. This has not scared de Souza enough to stop his practice. It's only a matter of